So, hello and welcome, everyone. We are surfing the waves of a new timeline, and we're live now. So, take a moment just to connect. Just bringing your intention, bringing your presence. And just with that simple shift of becoming more present, just feel how the energy changes. You might feel a subtle shift because we have hundreds of people who are used to tuning into the quantum field all over the world, bringing their awareness here now. So just set the intention to connect as one and just feel, taking a few moments to feel. Beautiful. So we have people, Paola in Chile, Donatella in Italy, Lynn from Vancouver Island, Teresa from Virginia. Everyone watching the replay, bring your energy here too. We can feel you. We got Line from Sweden, Claudia from Brazil, Mariam from Russia, Deborah from New Hampshire, Emily from Germany, Jose from Portugal. Bring your energy here. Bjornar from Norway, Dorun from Denmark. We got Australia. We have Maui and the Netherlands and the Czech Republic, Croatia, Florida, Louisiana, Toronto, Canada, Calgary, Oklahoma, Norway, Argentina, Greece. So just take a moment to welcome everyone from all over the world. And just feel this global connection. So today, Prageet is flying home from San Diego, where he's been studying bioreprogramming. So he's been studying the subconscious mind and how programming works and the psychological, emotional root causes behind illnesses, but also the psychological, emotional programming behind how we create. And I just spoke with him this morning, and he's saying, like, one of the big takeaways for him is he's seeing how powerful our intention is to create and orchestrate events in our lives. So, got love from Scotland coming in. Today, we're going to be diving into a Stargate energy meditation. And if you're totally new, this is the Stargate behind me. It is a sacred geometrical structure that anchors a higher dimensional consciousness. And the Stargate, the etheric Stargate, can actually come to us all over the world. We don't have to have a physical one. And it broadcasts a high vibrational energy field that makes it effortless to expand your awareness. So as the energies vibrate you, your awareness expands, and you start to actually be able to feel subtle energy and to feel the guides who will be calling in. So this is direct spiritual experience. It can change your whole life, because when you raise your vibration, you also start to create on new levels. You start to be able to interface with the quantum field and rearrange. Some of the stuck places become less stuck inside of you, for example. Okay, so much love to everyone in the world. There's a theme that's been emerging for this one today, and the theme is all about our dream life. And I'm feeling Alcazar is going to come through. Alcazar is the Stargate's guide, who I channel and Prageet channels. So in a moment, he'll come through. Cheers. Okay, y'all. So I'm curious if any of you have experienced lucid dreaming. So you can just type in the chat and let me know if you've ever become aware that you're dreaming while you're inside of a dream. And if you have, what did you choose to do in that moment? Ah, cool. Teresa's saying yes, just last night. Boom. Oh my God. Yeah, cool. Brenda, you had a lucid dream last night too? Whoa. Brenda's our support rock star. That's awesome. Super cool. Pavla saying yes very often. Oh my George is saying just floating into the portals is what he does when he becomes aware. Yeah. And Efrat saying yes, I just thought about this today. 2 dreams about babies. Diogo saying I chose to wake up because it was a bad dream. Super powerful. Cool. Dina saying I don't even know what it is. So lucid dreaming, Dina, is the phenomenon that occurs when you realize that you're in a dream while you're still in it. So it's as if sometimes you wake up when that happens, and sometimes you're able to stay in the dream. So, and Marguerite is saying, even as a child, I could wake myself up from bad dreams. Yeah, that's awesome. So in the past, like I hadn't lucid dreamed for a really long time, but like a few years ago, I was having like them like a few times, and I would basically, one of them, I was in a parking lot, and because of something someone said, I realized I was dreaming. And when I realized that, I said to myself, okay, so that means I can do anything I want. And in that moment, I chose to just float up onto my back and float up towards the stars. And I remember just being like, whoa, because I could see the stars getting closer and feel my body moving. And in another one of the lucid dreams I was having around the same time, I was at some kind of a spa thing that had a big staircase leading up to it. And when I realized I was dreaming, I just started to like basically fly. So I like flew up to the top of the stairs and I went into this spa, and I was doing all kinds of tricks and stuff, like backflips off of chairs and just generally playing. So there's an interesting moment in that dream, because at one point I was standing on this chair and there were these people who were starting to watch me. And as I noticed that they were watching me, I became self-conscious in the dream. And I had been doing so many like amazing, like floaty acrobatic things. But in that moment, I became scared suddenly that I would fall off the chair. And I was like, whoa. Okay. So to me, that was interesting because I was like, okay, there's something to this thing about like what we can do. So yeah, Rebecca is saying, my lucid dreams are often about flying and choosing to fly higher. I could sense when letting go, things flow versus trying too hard to experience something. Yeah. I love to fly and swirl around. And Dina's asking if it's the same thing as an out-of-body experience. Dina, it's slightly different. It's really different. When you're going out of body, you're not asleep. And I've actually never had an out-of-body experience, except one time when I was doing breath work and I was thrown into the void, which felt like dying. And it was blackness everywhere, just like Alcazar describes. And then I was like, and I was back in my body. So yeah, when you lucid dream, I don't know how similar that realm is to the astral realm when you're out of body. It's a great question. So I'm feeling this theme for a couple of reasons, and we're going to go into a meditation and explore more deeply. But basically, with a friend of mine, a couple of nights ago, we were talking about lucid dreaming, and neither of us had like a lucid dream in quite some time. And we decided to set the intention to learn how to do that more often. And she's like, yeah, there's all these like methodologies for how you can do it. And it's kind of like a pain in the butt because you have to like wake yourself up in the middle of the night and then like not into it because sleep is beautiful. But what surprised me is just with that intention, I actually had a lucid dream that same night. I realized I was dreaming, and it was like this moment of realizing I was dreaming while I was still inside the dream, but I woke myself up. But it was so funny because I was like reaching for the reality that was like fading because I wanted to stay in the dream. But I woke up out of it, and I almost forgot that it had even happened the next morning, but I was reminded. And then last night, my friend told me that she had a lucid dream. And so it's like just planting the seed and the intention, it actually happened. So I won't go into too much detail, but our dreams are super powerful. And as we're navigating big changes in our lives, I'm feeling some potentials, and I'm going to let Alcazar come through and talk about this, about essentially ways we can start to be more conscious. We can ask for healing dreams. We can ask for insights to come in our dream spaces. And we can also learn to open our state of consciousness to become more dreamy at times in order to receive insight while we're still awake. Okay. So Alcazar's going to come through. And so, beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar, and we invite each and every one of you to simply relax. Do not move the energy into the mind too much, because as this beautiful person has written in the chat, there is an effortlessness required. There is a specificity and an effortlessness required for you to work with your dream state, to work with the deeper parts of your consciousness. The specificity is to be very specific about what it is you would like to achieve. Sometimes human beings become afraid of being very clear about what they would like to create because they are afraid that if they identify it, they still might not achieve the result or the message or the insight they are looking for. And so it is a subtle fear of failure that keeps you from illuminating, even to your own self, that which you are wishing for, longing for, desiring. And so we would invite you, when you become clear about what it is you would like, And we'll say a little more about how you can use this clarity. But when you become clear about your desired creation, we would invite you to also become very clear about any limiting thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that arise simultaneously. For example, you might be wishing for a new partner in your life, and you might feel very clear about that desire. But there also might be a subtle fear of letting someone close, of letting someone truly see you. You might be afraid that they could reject you if they truly got close. And so there is the desire and there is the repulsive fear. In this particular channeling, we wish to explore how to bring these parts of you into alignment. So in this example where there is the fear of closeness, it would be of vital import to talk to the inner child, to actually recall and to ask for the younger versions of yourself. And let us be clear, it is the most important to go to the root, the origin of those feelings, for all the other layers are built upon the initial imprint or the initial programming. And so you can see perhaps that you can work with yourself in a very simple way to initiate a kind of inner contemplation. And this inner contemplation, it is not as if you can automatically conjure a dream and remember it. That is not the point. The point is when you work with yourself with this specificity, being very clear and identifying the roadblocks on the way to your creations. When you work with this clarity, you can start to clear the roadblocks. And this works on a deep, deep level of your psyche. And so you can indeed ask, and we suggest you do not simply ask your subconscious, but you ask your superconscious also. For the subconscious is the operating system of the humanness, and the superconscious is the operating system of the universal mind. The subconscious allows you to be human, to operate in this reality, to survive moment by moment in the density and the irreversibility of physical material timelines. It is always in the present moment, as perhaps you have heard. The superconscious is also in the present moment, and yet the present moment for the superconscious is beyond the confines of your reality. So it is beyond space. It is able to see and penetrate various timelines. And so what do you think will occur when you clear an inner limiting story, feeling that has been held firmly in place unconsciously for perhaps lifetimes? What occurs, beloveds, is that there is an instantaneous creation. You shift into a new timeline. You, in fact, if you could see the dance of future potentials, because your future is not fixed. This is why on your island of cause, We brought 1,000 people in person and hundreds upon hundreds more around the world tuning in at a critical juncture in humanity's evolutionary trajectory. It is as if there are two branches, and we came together in order to potentiate a higher path. Understand, humanity right now is choosing its own future. The choices that are made can be coaxed into a higher timeline. They already have been, and yet dedication to higher consciousness is needed. And so as you individually clear these roadblocks to your own individual expression of your love, expression of your true heart's knowingness of what is correct for you, of what you are longing to bring into your life, this supports you in raising your level of consciousness. And as we were saying, if you could see the dance of future potentials that your superconscious can see for your life, you would see that the ones, the future potentials, because there are many, where you receive the love you are longing for, start to become more highly energized. Because there is no longer the part of self that is unconsciously protecting self from being seen. And if you could, for a moment, imagine seeing the future potentials of every single human being on this, your planet Earth, if you could, but for a moment, know that you are all creators of your own reality, you would see how powerful the simple act of raising your level of consciousness truly is. Hundreds, thousands, and yes, even millions of people are meditating, raising their vibration, whether they are doing it so-called spiritually, or whether they are doing it in order to achieve peak states of performance, in order to feel better, in order to nourish themselves. It matters not. Excellence is happening. People on your earth are striving for a higher, better reality. We wish to add fuel to this fire. And so, beloveds, our message to you is very simple. Your choices are vitally important, and you can work with your inner self. So we have talked about the specificity, the clarity, identifying, taking a few moments in your waking life, perhaps to write down, or perhaps just to sit silently somewhere you feel comfortable and start to identify specifics. Just let your mind identify, let your mind go to these places. Remember, there is nothing to do, because the other element is the effortlessness. And we thank this woman for writing in the chat that when she is lucid dreaming, if she tries too hard to achieve a certain experience, the trying gets in the way of the creating. It becomes the more predominant force in the mental space. And so the reality dissolves, and the trying takes her away from her creations. So the effortlessness allows you to continue to generate alongside the currents of your own mental energy. It may seem a little strange, but if you are contemplating a certain element of your life and you are trying too hard, again, you are left in the mind space predominantly with the agitation, the struggle, the frustration. If you simply open your heart, open your mind and say, Spirit, show me. You say, okay, my humanness, all parts of me, show me. And you simply allow the dance of what arises in your awareness. You ask yourself questions like, where did this come from? When did I first feel this way? How has this impacted my life? Am I ready to let this go? What you are doing, beloved ones, is of vital import, for you are using your choice point, your free will, in order to potentiate a freedom that goes into the deeper parts of your psyche. And so we will move into a meditation now. And in this meditation, we will bring the second phase, the letting go, into the quantum field, where you can receive these insights. So, to be clear, you do not have to remember your dreams or have a lucid dream for this process to function and to have an impact. However, we invite you to be open to the possibility that you can indeed ask Spirit to infuse understanding, insights, and even a higher vibrational landscape into your dream state. And remember, sometimes Spirit works with you by bringing things to the surface to be seen. So be ready. Be open. Embrace all facets of yourself, because when you embrace them, you set them free. They are no longer trapped in the unconscious. The energy can move. Higher understanding can come. And a new sense of liberation and creativity can be felt by you. So we will move into the meditation now. We invite you to be comfortable. The support team has placed in the chat a music link. A very helpful woman has put in a Monroe Institute lucid dreaming article. So perhaps our support team can place this later on the replay. This one, Julieanne, is thinking, ooh, I am going to check this out. So, beloveds, be comfortable. Allow the mind to relax. If you wish to have music, you can create that for yourself right now. And we will see you on the other side. And so, beloved ones, relax. Be comfortable, nothing to do. And we will guide you in this experience. And so, as always with the Stargate work, we invite you first to connect to the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia. And so just asking inside, we are calling for the energy of the earth. And just relax and feel as the earth brings her energy into your body, into your energy field, just because you ask. Inviting another wave. Earth, Gaia, come to me. Ask for every cell of your body to relax. Every cell of your body to open, to receive. For every cell of your body has come from the earth, and her energy can nourish very deeply the cellular consciousness. Understand your cells have a consciousness. So they are being held by their mother right now. By this beautiful being that we like to call Gaia, that the galactics call Terra. And so now, simply asking and inviting an etheric stargate to come to you, the consciousness of the stargates. And so, just the asking is all that is needed. We are calling for the presence of an etheric stargate and visualizing, feeling this pyramid-like structure forming around you. No need to know exactly what it looks like. Just allowing self to be seated or laying down within a stargate. And we suggest that you make your stargate vast. So allowing your etheric stargate to become larger, perhaps 3 meters, 10 feet high, perhaps even larger. But feel as the stargate expands, you might notice there is a gentle expansiveness occurring in your felt sense, as if the space around you is also gently expanded. No need to try, just the visualization and the effortlessness combined. Yes. And so now asking inside for the activation of all the stargates around the world. And so we call for the activation of all the stargates around the world. And gentle energy field, a unified energy field, beginning to form around you and also around the planet. Just relaxing, visualizing this gentle, almost like a blanket of energy, settling, encircling your globe. And you are simply relaxed on this, your planet Earth, being held in an atmosphere, a mist of energy. And now we vibrate all the stargates faster, nothing to do, just relaxing, being held by the earth, held by the higher consciousness of the Stargate, and we vibrate all the Stargate energy fields all over the world, faster and faster now. And as we do so, we are lifting up, raising the frequency through your third dimensional realities into the fourth, continuing to vibrate faster still, merging into your fifth dimension now, and continuing into the sixth, vibrating faster and faster into your seventh dimension, where we bring all the stargates to a gentle pause. And we ask each one of you now just to ask inside for a strong seventh dimensional energy field. And so we are calling for a strong energy field of the seventh dimension now. Very good. And the stargates gently radiate this higher frequency, simply relaxing into it. Very good. Simply allowing the body to relax more and more deeply. Nothing to do. And so again, we vibrate all the stargates faster now. And so we are lifting up out of your seventh dimension into the eighth, continuing to vibrate faster and faster into the ninth dimension now, vibrating faster still through your 10th into the 11th dimension, and vibrating quite rapidly as we move through your 11th dimensional frequencies up into the 12th, and at the very highest ranges of the 12th dimensional frequencies, again, all the stargates around the world come to a gentle pause. And so we ask each one of you to ask inside for a strong 12th dimensional energy field right now. And so we are calling for a strong energy field of the 12th dimension. Just relaxing again into these higher frequencies. As the stargate vibrates you with higher frequencies of the 12th and all the dimensions in between, you are being vibrated by a symphony, by an orchestra of frequency. And for the human part, for the human mind, there is nothing to do. A gentle elevation occurs. If you think too much, you start to move into the mind. If you simply relax and ask now for an even stronger 12th dimensional energy field, thank you. Bring me even more of these high vibrational energies, a stronger 12th dimensional field, just asking. And feel. Or as you simply relax, your own energy field gently rises. Your own consciousness, your awareness expands. Nothing to do. We wish for you to truly feel the effortlessness required here. For as you feel this, you can perhaps allow the relaxation to go deeper. You can perhaps allow the mind to relax into knowing itself as a creator and as a receiver, a creator and a great antenna connecting you to the wider universe. You are both beloved ones. You are the creator and you are within the vast construct of the many realms and dimensions that have been created already. You can wake in this dream. You can wake in this dream. Yes. You can awaken to your true nature. Yes. And so now the ones known as the angels are wishing to join you. And so we ask each one of you to ask inside. We are calling for the presence of the angelic realm. And just feel. It is important to ask if you wish to have a strong experience. So invite the angels. And now feel as the angels are bringing their energy, a gentle elevation in the energy field occurs. A gentle shift in the frequency. The angels are vibrating your energy field. They are vibrating the very fabric of the quantum field all around you. This is how you can feel that. And so we are going to work with the angels in a unique way. And it requires your free will choice if you wish to have this experience. But if you wish, you can ask the angelic realms right now to start to work on the very fabric of the reality of your mental space, the space from which the mind operates is very connected to the space where your dreams arise from. Your dreams are a dance, an interplay. They are the mind processing the day-to-day reality occurrences, deeper parts of your past, your present, and indeed your future potentials. They are an interplay of the human mind and something far more profound. They are connected to what is known as the astral realm. This is a bit of a mystery, and we will allow it to remain so. For the deeper mysteries can only be penetrated through your experiencing. We cannot explain to you how this works. The mind would get confused. So do not try to understand with the mind, but just imagine that your dream spaces are an interplay, a dance between the humanness, the superconscious, and the fabric of a higher reality. And this fabric of the higher reality is absolutely malleable, meaning you can shape this with the energy of your mind to create the dreams, the occurrences, the environments in which you are dreaming. And so right now, if you choose, you can ask the angelic realms to start to shower, to infuse a higher consciousness into this fabric of reality that is the interplay of the mind and the dream space. We will call it the dream space. So asking, if you wish, for the angels to begin to work with the fabric of the reality of almost like the theater or the stage upon which your dreams are projected. And as they do so, we will be very clear about their intention. It is not that your dreams will have some kind of totally different new quality. They will still be your dreams. They are simply infusing higher superconscious energy so that there is a kind of potential energy that can be sparked. However, it is for your humanness to set the intentions for your dreams. Sometimes you may simply fall into the dream space. It is not that you need to do this every night, but when you have something arising in your life, you can begin to use these energies to call for the angels right before you go to your sleep state or your higher self. We will get to that in a moment. And just ask for this superconscious energy to be infused. And this energy, we wish for you to imagine it, to image it, to visualize it, as if the fabric of reality of your dream space itself is being charged up, so that there can be insights that come to you, for example, if that is your intention. There can be healing frequencies, integration energies, a kind of soothing, if that is what you are asking for. And there can even be specific revealing dreams that can guide you to understanding your younger self more clearly, for example, or your current circumstances, for example. And we wish for you to recognize that this already occurs. So if you wish to work in this way, start to remember your dreams. Just take a few moments upon waking to reflect upon your dreams. Sometimes they will be utter nonsense to the mind. That is perfectly natural. The goal here is not to become rigid, expecting a certain type of dream space to open. And so as we are talking, the angels are gently working with the fabric of reality of your mind space, which projects your dream space. So just relax, nothing to do. You do not even need to feel this, although many of you might feel almost as if there is a watery spaciousness, a kind of effortless floatiness all around you. You do not need to feel this, but some of you, you are. Very good. And now, beloveds, because it is time for you to know self as a creator and as the creator, a holographic projection of a very vast higher consciousness, we wish for you just to ask inside now for the energy presence of your own higher self. So just asking inside, we are calling for the presence of our own higher self. And just feel the energy that is coming to you. This is your true self. Ask it to get stronger. Come closer. Bring more of my own true presence here. And simply allowing the awareness of your higher self to become brighter and brighter. So you are allowing your higher self almost as if it is a lantern light pouring into your humanness. And you can visualize almost as if this light, this golden light of oneness from your higher self, it's almost as if it is shining, seeping out through all the cracks in the cells, through your closed eyes. There is a kind of brightness to this awareness, just this visualization. You are allowing your higher consciousness to occupy the same space as your human awareness right now. So just ask your own higher self to merge with your humanness and just feel. Simply allowing whatever sensations arise. Nothing to do. And for your higher self, this is a bit like discovering the humanness awake in some kind of dream space. So perhaps you could even sense the wonder that your own higher self, your own superconsciousness feels when it connects fully to the human operating system. All your thoughts, all your feelings, all the many storylines you have lived, all the lifetimes you have lived, they are a treasure for your own soul. Yes. You are a wonder of the universe. Feel. Just allow yourself, not needing to know why, but just allowing yourself to truly feel the wonder of the richness of the human experience. Even the places where you feel stuck are an absolute treasure to your higher self. Why? Because that is where the deepest learning is meant to occur. That is where your next evolutionary step lies. And so you can ask your higher self to shower a kind of inner radiance into those very places where you may feel stuck or swamped or overwhelmed, whatever it is you are experiencing in your day-to-day reality. Just ask this energy of absolute knowingness that all is an illusion orchestrated for your learning. Asking this kind of radiance of awareness, this embrace of the experience itself, not needing to resolve it right now, but just pouring higher perspective, higher consciousness, higher energy potentials, higher frequencies, and a total embrace of the totality of your experience. Yes. Yes. And can you not see that this act of the total embrace, combined with the higher consciousness, starts to potentiate the waking in the dream? Yes. You may still feel stuck, beloveds. It is to understand, nothing to do. You're not trying to resolve anything. You are simply being with self. And so the angels are still holding this radiance in the dream space, the mind space, the inner space. Your higher self is pouring its radiance into your human awareness. And you can simply relax. You can repeat this meditation often for a while. And if you wish to work with your dreams, we suggest that you place a specific intention before you enter your dream space. Remember, be not afraid of being very clear about what it is you wish to create. Sometimes you will remember. Most of the time, perhaps you will not. And yet, if you ask Spirit to energize your intention, we will respond. We will be with you, beloved ones. And so the angelics are bringing this process to a gentle close. Your higher self will remain with you. And we invite you to very gently, when you are ready, bring your awareness back into the room. Very slowly, very gently, coming back. And just feel your awareness. Perhaps your presence from within feels slightly different. Perhaps you feel lighter. Perhaps you feel the awareness of your higher self as an energy presence. Whatever it is for you, taking a few moments to simply be in this reality. With your eyes wide open. Okay, so gently coming all the way back. And as always, we would love to hear a bit about your experiences. Oh. Hmm. So just taking a few moments to come all the way back and maybe taking a few breaths. Becoming playful in this reality. Okay. Cool. So Anna Maria is saying so beautiful. Rebecca, I feel grateful. Marguerite, I felt on return as if I were 4 times bigger than self. It is as if I had to shrink to return to my body again. What fun. Cool. Lori also saying, I felt much taller and like a light being for several seconds. Very cool, Lori. Nadia, my superconscious was so warm and loving, I didn't want to come back. Beautiful, Naida. Sandra, I feel so light and so grateful. Fien saying, during the last week, I partly fell into sleep and being half aware. Claudia, can't wait to see what happens tonight. Yeah. So come back and let us know what's happening for you underneath the replay video if something cool happens. Jeanette saying, I feel like there's a bright white light around me, very loving. Deb saying, how gorgeous. I found myself holding onto my stomach area and laughing. It's like my cells were being tickled. Truly gorgeous. Courtney Maeve saying, beautiful synchronicity. Oh, I lost it. Oh, yeah, you retracted your message, Courtney. Okay. Oh, cool. Right on. Michael saying, Jules, you rocked it. One of the best ever. Psh, thanks, Michael. Lisa saying, I feel my body surrounded in such beautiful energy. My cat has been laying on me, purring the whole meditation. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. So Maureen saying, deeply relaxing sense of just being. Lately, I felt led to spend more time in quiet stillness, integrating all aspects of self. Yes. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to just go somewhere that I feel really comfortable. It could be in nature, it could just be in my house, but I like to just do nothing and literally just be with myself and my thoughts and my inner world. Because what I find is that I start to have these integrations of all kinds of thoughts and insights and feelings. So it can be really powerful to just be with your inner space, to just like nourish yourself and feel good and do things that you enjoy doing. You could be drinking tea, or you could be rolling around doing some stretches. You don't have to just be sitting, but just to give yourself that open spaciousness. Wow. So Colleen is saying, I felt extremely sad and rage and had a stabbing pain in my heart. So, beloved, we are grateful that you have brought this into the collective awareness. When you work in this way, very often you may be surprised by what you find. And we hinted at this, we suggested this, that sometimes spirit will bring to you that which is unresolved, because for you that is the limiting factor in raising your vibration. So when you feel the rage and the sadness and the heart stabbing, do not turn your back to it and reject the experience. For you will simply be pushing it into the unconscious again. Rather seek to understand the origin of where this is coming from. Seek to have a Buddhist-like compassion for yourself, for your own suffering, for this life. Beloved, for many of you, you have chosen very difficult experiences. It is time to infuse your love and your understanding combined, which creates the energy of compassion into all parts of self. And so we give you the image of just seeing the sadness and the rage and the heart stabbing, and asking spirit to hold you like you are a small child. And so you are being held in the arms of a vast intelligence, and you can allow self to cry the sadness, even to scream the rage, to move into the energy of the heart. But you are not alone. You are held in a vast intelligence that can guide you true. Because these layers of experience are just that. They are just unresolved emotions, nothing to be afraid of. Your true self is the awareness. Your true self is the love that can set you free. So seek to be held in the energy of home when these emotions arise. And your home is higher awareness. Your home is spirit. Your home is the superconscious being that you truly are. Cool. Okay, so Sandra is saying that was amazing. I felt the angels working on me. Beautiful. I've been retraining myself to dream this past week, so this is super helpful. Thank you and Alcazar for the boost of support. And Diane saying, what a lovely experience to combine my conscious life in this dream with my higher self in the same container rather than one or the other. Okay. Exploring oneness is saying, I am now beginning to enjoy myself more and more. I used to always try to make sure I was using time efficiently. Time to myself is now more meaningful and rich. I so feel that. I so feel that. That's actually one of the insights I had this morning when I was talking with my friend about lucid dreaming, is I was realizing that when we're jumping from one thing to the next, like automaton robots, like our mind space becomes very fixated on doing, and that takes us away from the kind of like inner awareness, like this inner blossoming that would let us actually like lucid dream, for example. Because when we lucid dream, when we're in the dream, it's sort of like a subtle like doing energy. It's got that same quality of being sort of unconscious and in it. And when we retract into the more expanded awareness to be like, whoa, I can do anything, that has that inner richness quality to it. So as we awaken as human beings, creating more space for ourselves, more of that nothing to do allows some kind of natural inner landscape to blossom. Okay, so we will bring this session to a close. Thank you all so much for being here. Oh, dude, one more thing. Carol is saying being present 100% with me. My friend who just had the lucid dream said that when she became aware that she was dreaming, it was because suddenly she started to become really, really present. It was like fully present. And then she started to look around and she noticed that the way people were walking in her dream was like totally unnatural, like as if they were in a video game characters. And she realized she was dreaming. So I guess that's another key we can play with, is becoming fully burning with our own presence. Okay, so now I really will let you all go. Much love. Thank you so much. Big thank you to our translation team and to our support team and everyone. All right. Much love.